morning and welcome to the channel. Please remember to like, subscribe and leave a comment and share the video out. It does the channel tremendously. What we're going to do today is I am going to show you how to stain a frame. A box frame actually, to be more precise. As you guys can see, I've got my apron on today, so because we're going to work with stain and I don't want it on my clothes. So let me show you guys what we're going to use today to stain our box frame with. Here I have just a normal garbage bag that I put on my table so that I don't get stain all over the place. I've got my gloves, my paintbrush, my screwdriver, my sponges that we're going to use, a little small brush for the corners, and then I've got Woodox gel stain in African mahogany color that we're going to use to stain this box frame with. It's not a very deep frame. So, and this is one of the 4 box frames that I have to do for my sister. After we stained it, we will be decorating it. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to deassemble your frame. So you're going to turn it around. And then we're going to take these little pieces out. That's where, but first let me put my gloves on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just unscrew these little pieces that keeps the box from the frame. Because these little pieces will also be stained so that everything looks the same. So you're just going to quickly take these and take them out. Put your screws one side so that you don't lose them. Just take your box frame, the box part, take it off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the glass out very carefully and place it in a safe place where it can't break. So I'm just going to place it here on the other table. Where you can't break it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your paintbrush and you're going to just dust all the dust off, because you want a nice clean surface. Off. What you're going to do is you're going to shake up your stain. That's why you need gloves. And then I've got this little roller pan that I normally use for painting and then you're gonna just, and then you're gonna put some, this is a nice gel type of stain. You're gonna put an amount of stain in your little pan. And then you've got your sponges that you're going to use. You can use a brush as well, but I'm using a sponge. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to dab it, because you're going to wipe off the excess gel. And this takes about 4 hours to dry. And then we will do the back sides and the 2 other sides. This is the color of the stain, but it will lighten up as it dries up. I'm gonna just put it in the gel, and then let me just move this a little bit. And then you're gonna just, with strokes, start applying your stain to your frame. And the frame soaks it up actually very quickly. I will be doing this parts with the paintbrush. So what I want to do first is I just want to get the big part done. And you're going to take your brush and you're going to start by doing these top sides. But then you're going to take your sponge and you're just going to wipe that off. And you're going to do your side here as well. Don't know if you guys can see. Just going to take your brush and you're just going to brush it on. And then you're going to take your little sponge and you're just going to wipe the excess gel off. Some pieces will be darker than others, but that's just depending on the wood. Now that you're done with your sides, we're just going to place this one side so that it can dry, so that we can start the big box. We're not going to stain the inside of this box, because she will be putting photos and everything inside. She did ask me to just on the insides give it a plain white color of paint. So that is what we will be doing. So now what you're going to do is you're going to just flip your box around, and we will be taking the price tag off there. So I just want to lift it very carefully. And then we will just be pulling off this price tag quickly. What I normally do is I use the eraser to just take the glue off. You just use your eraser we'll be taking the glue off. And you're just gonna use your brush and brush it off. So now what we're going to do is we will, like I said, we're gonna do this and the sides. So now you're gonna do the same. You're gonna start by applying your strokes of stain. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the sides as well. So for these little slides here where that other small little pieces comes in, we will be using the paintbrush. So I will do that one first. You're just going to go in there and just apply a little bit of stain because your sponge is not really going in. Just want to make sure it's covered. And then we will take our sponge and we will do the rest of it. It's just what you do. You're just gonna apply it and wipe the excess off if there is any. And we're gonna continue to do this for all 4 sides. We're done with the box. Oh no, we're done. This is our box now being done. Let me just put this one side. All 4 sides of our box are now done, so we can now actually leave it here on the table to dry. It now has been 4 hours, so it's dry. I did decide to give the front side one more little coat before I left it to dry, just because it soaked in so fast. I gave it a second coat, I mean. So now what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over, and now we're going to quickly stain the back side of it. So yet again, I've got a new pair of gloves and a new little sponge, because I found that the gel is eating the sponges up. So now you're going to shake it up and you're going to put a bit of your gel in again. And then you're going to just, like you did with the front, you will be doing your back side as well. But what we're doing is we're just going to quickly, like I said, cover these 4 little pieces again. Wipe off the excess gel and just lightly stroke this side as well, so that they all covered. Now we're going to do the back side quickly. We're going to start by staining this little piece. For this little, you need your paintbrush just to do the sides with, to make sure everything is covered in stain. I don't know if you guys can see. And then you're going to use your sponge and just wipe, like I said, the excess stain off. And then you're going to just apply it. I will be throwing the brush away after I'm done with it. And you're going to continue to do it all around. This is now dry. I actually left it overnight so that it can dry completely. I've done this on Saturday, the 30th of April. Today is Sunday, the 1st of May. So what we're now going to do is we are going to assemble our little box back together and put the glass in and do everything. So let me get the glass. And then what we're going to do is, I see the glass is a little bit dusty. So very carefully place it down again so that we don't break it. I will be taking a soft cloth and I will just clean the glass with it. Soft cloth and some methylated spirits, like we did with the small box frames glass as well. I will just be cleaning the glass first before we assemble our little our box here. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just using the methylated spirits just to wipe the glass a bit, because I see it is dusty, it is dirty. Move this a little bit up so that we can actually get the frame in. So now what you're going to do is you're going to put your glass back in like that. Very careful not to break it. There we go. And then we're just going to also quickly just wipe this side off. We are going to put our little box back on. You're just going to put your little box back in the little, in his little slot. And then you're going to just take your screwdriver, your little piece that we stained, and your little screw. And you're just going to reassemble it. To keep your box secure and in place. There, it's done. I think it came out beautifully. I did do a previous one as well that I haven't assembled yet. Let me show you guys. So this is the one that we did now. And this is the previous one that I did. That and then there is 2 more frames that I actually need to also stain and decorate for her. She wants 4 frames in total. So I've done 2 of them already. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you in the next crafts project.